Starting our live stream. All right, folks. We're here for various domestic violence docket matters. We are on the record and we are live streaming. I do have two gentlemen present in the courtroom. Do I know who I have here?
Yes, that is Mr. Hitchon in the middle, and then a Ricardo Capella on the left.
All right. Let me go ahead and address the folks who are present in the courtroom first.
Your Honor, I do represent Mr. Hitchon in 19MM2350.
Very good. And since we're starting a new docket, please announce your presence.
Justine Wilbur from the Public Defender's Office.
From the state?
James Stewart for the state.
All right, good morning to you both. All right, so once again, this is 19MM2350. Good morning, Mr. Hitchon. All right, yes, Ms. Woodley.
And do we have a status sheet for this docket?
We do.
Trial date?
All right, you're announcing ready for trial?
We are setting to trial.
All right, Mr. Stewart, I am primary in two.
Which case are we on, Judge?
This is 19MM2350. Jeffrey David Hitchon.
Okay, so we can set it for trial, Judge, just so Mr. Hitchon is clear. I was told by his previous attorney last week that he was going to accept our plea offer. So if we're setting the case for trial, obviously the offer is revoked.
What is the offer, Mr. Stewart? Can you email that to me?
Well, if we're setting it for trial.
Hold on. Time out. Let's do this. Sir, did you have a chance to speak with your previous attorney about a plea offer from the state?
No, sir.
All right. Mr. Stewart, the answer was no to that. Would the state, under the circumstances given that the Public Defender's Office has done some personnel changes, would the state be willing to keep that offer open for a period of time so that an offer can be conveyed to Mr. Hitchon? He said he did not have an opportunity to discuss that with his attorney.
Well, Judge, it just depends what we're doing with the case. If we're setting it for trial, no. There's been an offer on the table for months in this case. This is a very old case. And I doubt the previous public defender would have represented the case was resolved if he had never even been conveyed an offer. So if we're going to continue the case, I'll leave the offer open. But if we're going to set it for trial, subpoena witnesses during a pandemic, then I'm not going to be doing that.
I understand.
Well, we are ready for trial. I do not have an offer from Mr. Stewart.
Well, the Public Defender's Office certainly had an offer, right? I mean, I know you personally are on day one.
Yeah, as of this morning, I'm looking at these cases for the first time.
Sure.
But with that being said, if this doesn't look like it's going to resolve for trial, well, I certainly will let Mr. Stewart know.
All right. All right. The parties are free to continue to negotiate between now and trial. But you're still asking that the case be set for trial.
Yes, sir.
All right. All right. State can do with that as it sees fit. The way I'm going to do this, my understanding is there are no trial.
Judge, can we make sure Mr. Hitchon is aware of that and
Yes.
he's understands he won't be getting a plea offer in this case?
All right. So, sir, let me make sure that you understand what we're talking about here. The state attorney is saying that if we set this matter for trial, that they're not going to extend any more plea offers, that we're going to have a trial, that the plea offer that currently exists will be revoked. Mr. Stewart, if I'm incorrect at any point about what I'm saying, by all means correct me. The state attorney's office is not objecting to a request for a continuance, so your new attorney has a chance to review a plea offer with you and discuss it. Is it your desire at this time to essentially reject any outstanding plea offers and go to trial?
If I could just interject one.
Sure.
I know you have a trial call on the 8th.
Yes.
Do you have another trial call? That is my concern, and I don't know if Mr. Stewart putting my client in this position. We've been having no trials for a year. And this is the only opportunity my client has had any year to go to trial. And he's virtually putting him in a position where he has to say no, so he has an offer. And this is a very awful position for Mr. Stewart to be putting on his client.
Well, the point, though, that was made by the state, and it's well taken, is there was previous counsel, there was a plea offer conveyed to previous counsel quite some time ago. This case is old. And so from the court's perspective, if the defense is asking for a continuance, that's fine, that's granted. If the defense is asking for a trial, that's fine too. If you would like a moment to talk to your client about his options before making that decision, I'm fine with that as well.
Mr. Stewart, if you don't mind putting me off on the record, because I'm not comfortable saying we're in a trial when you don't know when the next trial is going to be.
I can't hear what she's saying, Judge.
She wants to know what the offer was, so she can talk to her client about his options today before deciding how to proceed today.
The offer was a withhold, a year probation with batter's intervention, substance abuse, GPS monitoring, no contact, and no trespass.
Batter's intervention, what was that after that, I'm sorry?
Substance abuse counseling, GPS monitoring, no contact, and no trespass.
GPS monitoring?
That's the offer.
And no contact with the victim.
Yes.
All right.
Have you had contact with the victim, Mr. Stewart?
Yes, and she's represented by an attorney. Judge, could we just go ahead and put this on the February 9th trial docket? And if we want to work it out down the road, we can do that.
I can do that, but you just said that you don't want to do that. That if there's
Well,
no
I have no problem doing that. I've been wanting this case to be set for trial for months, and it's the defense that has continuously moved to continue it for the last year. We've been ready for months, so we're still ready.
And in all fairness, I've had no trials. Not through choice of my own, but I've not been able to have a panel of jurors.
No, but you have set trials in the last few months. They just haven't ended up going, but there have been opportunities to set the cases for trial.
Right. Let it be known that I've tried. I've tried my cases. But all right, here's what I'd like to do.
I mean, I just don't think it's appropriate to be having an in-court negotiation about victim contact, and that's just not appropriate.
That I agree. I'm not going to be in between a negotiation over Zoom in the middle of court. However, Ms. Woodley, what I would ask you to do is take a moment, talk to your client in private outside for this moment about where we're at and what his options are, so he can make an informed decision whether or not he would like to ask for a continuance for more time to negotiate with the state or otherwise set the matter for trial. Fair enough? Yes, ma'am. All right. And sir, the other gentleman who's in the courtroom, what is your name, please? Who's this?
Ricardo Enrique Capella, represented by the public defender.
All right, so when she comes back, I'll address your case, okay, sir? All right, I do have some attorneys that are on Zoom. Let me go ahead and address them. Let me start with Mr. Zonas. Good morning.
Morning, Your Honor. I'm here on Mr. Jonas Say, S-E-A-Y. The case number, Your Honor, is
20 MM 1971.
That's correct, Your Honor. And this is, I guess, the allegation is contact over the internet with the against a restraining order. It's not real complicated. You can probably set it for a resolution day. I don't really have a plea offer yet, but the case is kind of brand new. So we would waive speedy trial and maybe put it on a status conference.
I don't really have any dockets like that. I can just continue it to another pretrial in the state of X.
That's fine, Your Honor, and we'll work diligently to resolve the case.
State any objection to a defense continuance with a waiver?
No, Judge.
All right. My next DV pretrial docket is Monday, March 1st at 10 o'clock.
All right, thank you, Your Honor. Thank you, Mr. Stewart. Have a pleasant day.
Thank you, sir. Have a good day. All right, I've got Mr. Casassa. Good morning.
Hey, Judge, how are you?
Doing well, sir. How are you?
I'm good. Judge, I've got Zachary Batcher, case number 20MM1711.
Yes, sir.
Judge, I'm going to be actually putting together a motion for deposition, so I'm going to request a continuance of the waiver.
All right. State no objection?
Objection.
All right, Monday, March 1st at 10 o'clock.
Thank you, Judge. Good day.
Take care. Yes, he did. I've got Attorney Jorge De La Mar.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning, sir. How are you?
Good. Thank you, Judge. I represent Mr. Edgar Tox. That would be case number 2020 MM2100.
Yes, sir. Would you like to
It's a battery case, and we would respectfully request a continuance. Perhaps we can reach some sort of agreement with the state.
All right. Is that with the waiver of speeding?
Yes, we waive, Your Honor.
All right, state.
No objection.
All right. Monday, March 1st at 10 o'clock.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, sir. Take care.
You all have a great day.
All right. Ms. Fish, good morning.
Good morning, Attorney Monica Fish, Angela Reinhart. I believe that we need one more continuance. It looks like our client just had a case management with her family law case on Friday, and she wishes to see if the state will reconsider an offer we were asking. And should we not get that offer, it looks like she needs to review whether or not she would like to go to trial.
All right. This is 20 MM 1666. State any objection to a continuance with a waiver?
No, Your Honor.
All right. Monday, March 1st, 10 o'clock.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, ma'am. Take care.
Bye, you too. Thanks.
All right. Ms. Upson, good morning.
Good morning, Your Honor.
How are you?
I'm well, thank you. How are you?
Doing great. Yes, ma'am.
Douglas Gidler.
Okay. 20 MM 91.
And that's been announced ready for trial for a number of cycles, although on Friday, I realized that I have not filed a witness list. My client had identified 2 or 3 witnesses that he wanted me to list. The alleged incident was not witnessed by anyone, so these would be before and after witnesses. So given that I have not sent that to the state, I would ask for one last continuance, and I will file that witness list today, and we'll be ready in March.
All right. I don't know when I'm going to have a jury come around again.
Or Judge, if the state is willing to let me file that witness list today and leave it set for trial, I would be willing to do that. But obviously they don't know who these people are.
Here's what we could do. And Mr. Stewart, if you're not comfortable with this, that's fine. If everyone is otherwise ready for trial, if you can get that witness list filed, the state can review it. If the state needs a continuance, at that point, you can just file a motion, and I could grant that in chambers under the circumstances. But if the state, is otherwise unfazed by the amended witness list or the additional witness list, we can still move forward towards the trial. What would be the state's preference?
We can set it, Judge, as long as I have an opportunity to speak to the witnesses or depose them prior to when it would be the 9th, which I would think would be enough time, then that's fine with me.
Okay,
So
great.
then, under the circumstances, do you object to the state's or tenant's motion to depose witnesses?
Judge, what I had intended to do is get witness statements to him. I don't have an objection to depositions, but maybe he want to see what they have to say before he decides whether he wants to.
Sure.
Like I said, the alleged incident was not witnessed by anyone, so I think Mr. Stewart can look at what their statements are and then figure out what he wants to do.
No, I understand, but procedurally, if there's no objection to that request at this time, I can grant it as of right now, and that way, if that's where this needs to go, that's one less hurdle to keeping things moving.
That's fine, Judge. I don't have an objection.
Okay. All right. So, Mr. Stewart, what I'm going to do is I'm going to set it for a calendar call on the 8th, for February 8th at 9 o'clock. Strictly a status/calendar call. No witnesses, no jurors, because the way we're doing things, we're not having any jurors come to the building on Mondays. We'll see where things are at. If the numbers allow for jurors to come in the building, I am primary. So we will start trials Tuesday morning. I'm going to issue a motion deadline of Friday, February 5th at 5 p.m. Any motions filed after that date and time will not be addressed. Because I cannot have last minute motions when I've got a jury panel here. We have to make best use of every minute of their time. So I'm going to hold very hard and fast to that rule. But otherwise, we'll see. So we'll have a status hearing on Zoom February 8th, 9 o'clock, with an anticipated trial time on the 9th at 9.
Thank you.
All right. Yes. And then we'll see. And like I said, under the circumstances, any good faith motion to continue would, of course, be liberally considered. Fair enough?
Yes, thank you.
All right. Thank you. All right. Mr. Verderamo.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning, sir. How are you?
I'm good. How are you today?
Doing well.
I have one on the docket. Jeffrey Cole Golf, 20 mm 1485.
Okay.
We get set up for the counter call on the 8th.
All right. State, you ready?
Yes.
All right. Then status / calendar call, 9 o'clock, Monday the 8th, with an anticipated trial date of Tuesday the 9th at 9 o'clock. And there is a February 5th, 5 p.m. motion cutoff. All right.
Thank you. Have a good
All right.
day.
Thanks, sir.
Bye.
Mr. Nunez. Mr. Nunez, you there?
Hey, Judge, I'm here. Sorry.
No problem. Good morning. How are you?
Good morning, Your Honor. Good, thank you. I have Craig Allen Summerlot, Judge. We're ready for trial again.
All right. State.
Ready, Judge.
All right. Status / trial call, Monday the 8th at 9 o'clock, anticipated trial, Tuesday the 9th at 9. Motion cutoff is going to be Friday, February 5th at 5 p.m. All right.
Thank you, Judge. And the status, Your Honor, is no witnesses?
Status, no witnesses, no jurors on Zoom. If a plea is worked out, just file a notice of plea and I'll have to give you a different date to do that. But just let the court know if you have things worked out.
Okay. Otherwise, we anticipate a trial the following day?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. Mr. Lucarelli, you there? He was there a moment ago. Oh, wait a moment. See your phone's in hand. You're ready to fling it as necessary. Yes, sir. I'll see you this afternoon. I'll bring my gavel.
Yes, the big one. I'll bring the cell phone.
You could bring it in Russian, he'll still understand.
That's true. That is Italian.
Or Italian, or French. What are the other ones? What are the other languages?
The other languages?
Yes.
French, Italian, German.
Oh, German, right.
Portuguese?
Yeah, English is one of them.
That's Spanish, yeah.
Portuguese.
You gotta count, you have to count the language, the maternal language.
Right,
Because
right, that counts.
no noun, no mistake, and those are the ones that are very popular now.
So I've noticed.
Wow.
Yes. Get to work on that.
True.
You'd be in high demand all around the country. Ah, Mr. Lucarelli, hi.
Hello, Judge. How are you?
Doing well, sir. How are you?
I'm doing fine. I don't think I have a case of my own on your docket, but I was asked to cover Mr. Fayette.
Okay, no problem.
Mr. Fayette's case is State versus Simon Hernandez.
All right.
He's announcing ready for trial.
All right, this is 20 mm 1842. State, you ready?
Yes, Judge.
All right. All right. Mr. Legray, please let Mr. Fayette know I'm going to have a status on Monday the 8th at 9 o'clock. Strictly no witnesses, no defendants, just on Zoom.
Got it.
They can be on Zoom if they wish, but nobody present in the courtroom. And that I have a motion cutoff on February 5th at 5 p.m.
Okay.
And that if this is the case that goes to trial, we'll be going Tuesday, the 9th at 9 o'clock.
Tuesday, the 9th at 9 o'clock. Very good. I'll pass that on, Judge. Thank you.
Oh, hold on, Mr. Lucrelli, don't leave.
Okay.
I'm being told that you do have a case today.
Yeah, maybe it may be under Judge Provost, but I thought it was in front of you,
Let me take a look. No, Giacomo Lucarelli.
That's it. So Maria put MP instead of MB. Got it.
Oh.
Well, I'm glad because I was freaking out about whether I needed to be there in person or not.
No, you're good. This is 21.
I've already spoken to the state asking for continuance and waiver.
All right, this is 21 MM1, first case of the new year.
Judge, actually, this case is assigned to Judge Provost. It was put here as like a status, so it should stay with Judge Provost. Go to one of his.
It will be Judge Provost. Got it.
Okay.
Very good.
All right, so you want me to put this back on one of Judge Provost's dockets, is that right?
Yes,
please. For pretrial?
Yes.
Okay. So do not change it. And Mr. Lucrelli, you were right. It is MJP, not MJB.
Got it. All right.
March 8th at 10 o'clock.
Very good. Thank you, Judge. Have a great day.
You too. Take care. Mr. Verderamo, you're back.
I logged back in to help Dominic out because we were trying to figure out where it was. So that's why I logged back in.
Oh, all right, you're good.
So I'm logging back in. I just wanted to let you guys know why I logged back in.
All right, looks like I got something at 2:15 with you for a plea, is that right?
Yes, I do have a plea at 2:15.
I'll see you this afternoon.
All right, thank you.
Thanks, sir. Take care.
Bye.
All right, Ms. Woodley's out in the hallway talking to a client, so we'll wait just a moment. Right now, let's take a look. I didn't have anything on my desk when I came back out here. Let me see. Oh, that's weird. That's really weird. All right, hold on. Right now, only 7. Plus 3 at the 2:15. All right, this will be, you ready?
Yes, sir.
All right. So let's go ahead and readdress Mr. Hitchens' case. This is we call him 19 MM2350. Ma'am, do you have an opportunity to speak with your client about his options today? Convey an offer, let them know about the potential pros and cons of either going to trial or asking for a continuance.
Yes, I have to make the offer and people understand it. And we are rejecting the offer and we'd like trial.
Very good. All right, and say you indicated you're ready.
Yes, Judge.
Okay. Then this will be set for a status on Monday, February 8th at 9 o'clock. So it's going to be strictly virtual. You're welcome to attend by Zoom. You can get the codes from your attorney. That's just going to be a day where it's going to be a scheduling day. So I'm obviously setting a number of cases for trial and only one can go at a time. If it does go to trial, that would be in person here in the courthouse on Tuesday the 9th. Okay. Ms. Woodley, I am imposing a very strict motion cutoff at 5 p.m. on Friday the 5th. Any motions not filed before that time will not be heard because I just can't waste jurors' time and do pretrial motions. But I can do them Monday afternoon. So as long as I get them on Friday, we can address them Monday afternoon, not waste a minute of any jurors' time. Yes, ma'am. And listen, if it's a motion that requires a continuance from either party, so be it. We can talk about that on Monday, the 8th. If it needs to be heard pre-trial, we can do it on the afternoon of Monday the 8th. I'm just not doing anything on Tuesday the 9th other than picking a jury. All right. All right, Mr. Hitchin. I said either I'll see you on Zoom on the 8th or possible trial on the 9th. All right, thank you, sir. And Ms. Woodley, I told this to some of the prior attorneys. I don't know if you're in the room or not. If you have cases worked out before the trial call, obviously I'm not going to take pleas on Zoom. You just file a notice of plea, and I can give you a new date. Sorry. If you have things worked out with the state, you just file a notice of plea, and I can give you a new date for a plea. All right. Who would you like to call next? I see you have two. All right.
And I'm not sure if Your Honor, do you want to the court or state
Oh,
the court or would you
only if you want them to address the court for one reason or another. Okay. And ma'am, as long as you can hear me, okay. And I'll make sure I speak up, okay? All right. Yes, Ms. Woodley, go ahead.
And this is for, correct me if I'm wrong, this is a diversion offer and there's some requirements that she can do out of state. Is that correct, Mr. Stewart?
Mr. Could you hear her?
No, Judge.
If I heard you right, your question, Mr. Stewart, is that is this a diversion offer where some of the terms can be completed out of state?
Yes, Judge, that was all conveyed and worked out with her prior public defender, and county probation is aware of that.
All right.
Okay. Was there a no contact order lifted in this case?
I don't know. Let's find out.
No.
And I'm sorry that I'm trying to speak to this.
You have been on this case officially for 1 day, so I know, I understand. No, it's okay. I don't see an order lifting the no contact. Let me look at the first appearance order and see if one was actually issued. Yes, there was.
Is it possible we can have an emergency hearing for this evening to have the no contact order lifted?
Well, I'm on the bench all week, but I imagine Mr. Stewart would want to speak to the victim and get her input before I went forward with the hearing. So file your motion. Let Mr. Stewart have an opportunity to speak with the victim to get her position. And yes, you can get on the calendar with me 1 day this week, as long as the state has sufficient notice to do that inquiry.
Judge, what I can say is that the victim would like the no contact order lifted, but she would like her daughter to enter into diversion. And originally, the offer was to be accepted by today, or it was going to be revoked, and that was the victim's wishes. Now, obviously, clearly, with a new attorney, that there's some issues in terms of picking up and running with this. So I'm not going to revoke the offer today, but if once Ms. Adams signs up for diversion, the no contact order will go away because it's not part of the diversion contract, and her mother wants to see her enter ASAP.
So if she goes over to Mr. Cruz and makes an appointment right now, then that should solve that problem?
Yep, the packet's already been filed.
Okay. You can go. Thank you very much.
All right, hold on, not yet. First, you need a new court date. Then you can go. No, that's okay. All right, so let's put this on my next pretrial conference, which is going to be March 1st, I think. March 1st at 10 o'clock. So, ma'am, I will answer your question in a moment, but I might answer it by what I'm saying right now. Once you are signed up for diversion, your court date goes away. All right? But if you're not signed up, if you have not signed that contract by March 1st, you must come back to this court to address this case, all right? Does that answer your question?
I was saying that I'm moving out of state this weekend, so that's why I was asked about what date. I'm going to go sign up for
As long as you have signed that contract, you do not have to come back. But if your signature is not on the contract, you need to be here. If you have a problem doing that because you're moving, call Miss Woodley so she knows how to deal with your case, all right? Very good.
And she can talk to her mother as soon as she signs up.
As long as the contract is signed, not just an appointment, but the contract is signed, because that is when the no contact order goes away. Is that correct, Mr. Stewart?
Yes, Judge.
All right. All right, good luck, man. All right. And the other gentleman who's been here?
I'm sorry, what was that?
This gentleman who's been waiting.
Oh, yeah, this will be Roberto Capello in 20NM 2028.
All right.
If I can get a continuance to your next trial date for Mr. Capello.
Say any objection?
Objection.
With a waiver?
With a waiver.
All right. March 1st at 10 o'clock. All right. Sir, sign for your next court date. And just be in touch with your lawyer, okay? If you need a moment to talk to him, that's fine. That's between you and your client if you want him to talk to me or not. I'll listen to anything he wants to say, but you can advise him accordingly. It doesn't usually turn out well. Remember that guy who confessed to the felony in infraction court? That was one of my favorites.
Your Honor, he would like to address,
Okay. Yes, sir.
So you can come on up here.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning, sir. Now, before we get started, I just want to be very clear for the record. You have an attorney standing here with you. Ms. Woodley, have you advised your client about the potential dangers of speaking in open court on his own behalf?
It actually is not. I had Your Honor.
Okay, go ahead, sir.
Your Honor, I've been residing in Naples since 2003. My mother's condominium. My name is Ada Lopez. My mother's 83 years old, legally blind. I've been taking care of her for an entire year with no help, no sleep. Oh. I wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning and I make her open. Since December 2nd, I was Baker acted. I was throwing the garbage away from my mother. I do it at night because I don't have any time. And there was 2 officers outside. I was Baker acted right on the spot. I was in my pajamas and slippers. I had no identification, no wallet, no nothing, no phone. I told her my mother's upstairs. She's 83 and blind. Who's gonna watch her? And who Baker acted me? He said the sergeant at the desk. So I complied. I was Baker acted. First I was sent to NCH Naples, where I spent 5 days. I had a previous back injury, and I was in pain, and I stood there 5 days. I was transported to David Lawrence. I've been going to David Lawrence since 2010. They are my support group. Dr. Eddie Gomez diagnosed me with schizophrenia. I'm an ex-New York City police officer. 19 years, 11 months. I was 30 days shy of a 20-year retirement. I was terminated due to the fact that my wife's father, unbeknownst to me, he was in prison. He was a cocaine trafficker. He was already in prison when I met his daughter at a party. I had a suspicion something was funny with that family when I got a phone call from Daddy's friend, and he told me, if you don't marry my daughter, I'm gonna kill you. I don't care if you're a cop. So I married her right on the spot. I wanted to live. Internal affairs found out that Daddy was calling my address from prison. And I was investigating why is this prisoner, this narco guy, calling my house, a police officer's house. But Internal Affairs did not know I was married to his daughter.
Mr. Capello.
And that I never met Daddy.
Mr. Capello, I'm sorry to interrupt you. I'm genuinely not trying to be rude. But may I ask why you're telling me this?
Okay, well, right now I'm being evicted from my apartment, my mother's condominium. Okay, I'm being evicted. The judge, Janice Martin, gave me an eviction notice. It's slated for February 3rd at 5 p.m. If I'm not added my residency by that time, I will be arrested and sent back to David Lawrence Center. I want to know if there's any way Your Honor could make some kind of contact with her. You know, the pandemic is not over. How do you evict someone and throw them out in the street? The worst pandemic in the world has ever seen. And, you know, I'm looking for some type of help so I don't have to go against her order.
All right, give me one moment. I know I cannot contact her for you, but I might be able to give you some information.
Any information will be appreciated, so I can file some type of grievance against her. Her position is a voted in and I will do everything in my power to get her unvoted from this position. She should be thanking me for my service instead of evicting me for my service, Your Honor.
Sir, what I'm looking at is an order that was issued by Judge Martin on January 22nd, adopting a settlement agreement. Indicating that the parties agreed according to this order, sir. This is something that you had agreed to. If that's not the case, you can bring that up with Judge Martin.
Can I say something in regards to that?
No, because I don't preside over that case. I have no authority to intervene in that case. I can issue no orders regarding that case, and so you're going to have to address it with Judge Martin.
Okay, do you know how to file a grievance and have this ruling extended a little more time?
No, sir, I can't help you with that.
Okay.
I'm not permitted to do so.
I'll investigate this myself.
Okay.
Thank you for listening to me,
Yes, sir.
and I'm sorry I took your time.
No, this is what I'm here for. Okay, sir. Do we give the gentleman his court date?
March 1st.
All right. All right. Good luck to you, sir. Stay in touch with Miss Woodley, okay?
Thank you.
Good luck to you, sir. Take care.
Take care.
Yes, sir. You're free to go. For the record, what I was looking for is Judge Martin has been issuing orders commensurate with the CDC moratorium on evictions. And that deadline was recently extended by the new administration to March 31st. Originally was to expire on January 31st. So if there was a granting of the eviction in that case, but was held back by the CDC moratorium, was to simply going to inform him that Judge Martin was aware of the extension of that deadline and that it would be applied to all of her orders. I know that for a fact because that's exactly what she told us she's doing, as are we all. But that wasn't the case in his case. It was a settlement. I just want to be clear on the record what I was doing and why I was doing it, just to simply inform that if it was an eviction order, they are all told pending the expiration of the CDC moratorium, which is now all the way to March 31st. All right. Mr. Gorman just jumped in.
Sorry, Judge.
No problem, sir. All right, go ahead, sir. I've got Octavio Calderon, 20MM1944.
Yes, Judge, can we continue the next pretrial conference with a waiver on that?
State, any objection?
No objection.
All right, March 1st at 10 o'clock.
Thank you, Judge. Judge, just any additional news on trials?
We are green light right now.
Okay.
And I am primary. So here's hoping. Here's hoping for a trial in 2021. The numbers seem to be going down.
Okay. Judge, just so I'm clear, what's that first trial week that you're going to be having then?
All right. So just so you know, and I'll be sharing this obviously with everybody at the pretrial conference. My plan is if parties are ready for trial, I'm going to set it for a status, Zoom only. Defendants aren't required to be there. No witnesses, no jurors. There's a status only on Monday the 8th. From there, if by then I'll know if the chief has given me a green light to bring jurors to the building on Tuesday, which is when the first trial would be. If the first one is fast enough, I would love to have 2 trials that week.
Okay.
As long as everything goes. I am
next week.
And the next week I do not have a panel.
Oh, okay.
Yep, it's just that 1 week, which is why
So
if I can get 2 trials in, I will.
I understand, Judge.
And I am doing
Thank
a
you.
motion cutoff on the preceding. topic.
We get it. So thank you, Judge. You have a good day. Take care, Mr. Stewart.
All right, take care, Mr. Gorman.
Thank you.
All right. Okay, Ms. Woodley, the rest of the docket is yours.
All right, Arthur Career in 20 NM 1991.
Yes, ma'am.
I can take he is in battered intervention and he has about 4 weeks to go. So this is a agreed upon resolution. So that's March 1st.
All right. No objection?
I'm sorry, Judge, what was the request?
Continuance to March 1st. She said her client is enrolled in batteries intervention right now and is taking those classes.
Okay, that's fine. I don't object. The offer in his case is diversion. So
okay,
may speed things up.
There we go. All right.
It should be in diversion already. I think that intervention is enough.
If they were, it wouldn't be on the docket.
He's probably doing batter's intervention through his injunction case, and it's not a part of the diversion contract. So,
okay. What do you happen to have the terms of the diversion contract, or can you email that to me?
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear it, Judge.
He wants to know what the terms of the diversion contract would be.
Would you email that to me?
It's community service and no contact.
Okay, thank you.
All right. In the meantime, though, March 1st at 10 o'clock, please, with a waiver.
Thank you, with waiver.
All right. Next, please.
Next would be Medina 20 MM805. If we can set this for status.
For a trial call?
Yeah, trial call.
Okay. State, you ready? Mr. I can't hear you. Hello?
Ready, Judge.
State's ready. All right. Monday the 8th, 9 o'clock, with the anticipated trial date of the 9th.
Joseph Petty, 21 MM2. This is a case I need to review and March 1st date.
With a waiver?
With waiver.
State.
Judge, this will fall off the docket. I filed a felony in this case, so once he's served over at the jail, I'm gonna get rid of this. So we could put it on the 1st and it'll be off the docket by then.
All right, March 1st at 10.
And then Jarvis Grammy, I believe. 20 MM276. I'm not sure if there was an offer conveyed. Mr. Stewart, if you can send me an offer on this. I don't think he has any priors. I'm not sure if it's a diversion offer or not. But they need a continuance to March 1st.
All right. Mr. Stewart, do you hear that? She doesn't have a copy of the offer, but is asking for continuance so she can get that offer from you.
Sure. No objection.
All right, March 1st at 10 o'clock.
And then Brooke Rodriguez, 20 MM 1080. He said it's your trial offer.
All right. State, you ready?
Brooke Rodriguez, yes.
All right. Monday the 8th at 9 o'clock for Stens / calendar call. All right. I'm sorry. Go ahead. You call it.
Keen Salters, 20 MM 1486. I can get a continuance on this March 1st.
All right. With a waiver?
With waiver.
State.
No objection.
All right. Monday the 1st at March 1st at 10 o'clock.
And then for Solomon, 20 MM 1818. Mr. Stewart, if you can send me an email with the offer. I'm not sure if one's been completed in this case.
All right. Asking for continuance.
And continuance for waiver.
All right. Mr. Oshie is asking for a copy of the offer, please, but otherwise no objection to a continuance.
Yes, no objection.
All right. March 1st at 10 o'clock with a waiver.
And would be Oscar Torres Alvarado, 21 and M4. I can get continuance, but then based on my docket, I need to review.
All right, with a waiver,
With waiver, yes.
state.
No objection, Judge, but this needs to be reassigned to Your Honor.
Who's it currently assigned to?
It's assigned to Judge Nicola. It was moved here when it should have been moved to another arraignment docket. That's why it ended up on your docket, but it is your case because you have the lower case number, which is a VO.
All right, so let's reassign it to me.
Okay.
So today is technically the arraignment. You enter a not guilty plea on your client's behalf? Or was it arraigned previously?
I don't think it has been arraigned yet.
All right. All right. Well, written up. There was. This filed on the 20th. All right. So we'll set this for pretrial then on March 1st at 10 o'clock.
Do we want the VOP to follow this, or?
Where is the VOP set? Is it at a regular misdemeanor VOP?
Yes, Judge, I can look that up real quick.
Mr. Stewart, do you have a preference? Would you like to leave it on a regular docket, or do you want it to sort of track with this?
We can leave it on, I prefer to keep this case on the pretrial conference docket, the domestic violence pretrial conference docket. The other case, it might be easier to move the other case, the VOP, to track with this. The VOP looks like it's set for arraignment.
We can do that. Do you mind if I put the VOP on this docket with it? All right. Can you do that, please?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Both cases set for March 1st at 10.
Very good. All right. And then it looks like I've got one more. Yes, ma'am. John Michael Carrera.
Judge, that one I entered a notice of no information last week, so I'm not sure why that's still showing on the docket.
Not either. Let's see if it's there. Notice of no information filed on January 20th. That's weird. Wonder why it's still on the docket.
Oh, that's because it says refer to felony. It doesn't say no info. That's why. It has to say no, not found. So, okay, I'll take care of it. No problem.
Okay, thank you. And I think that's it.
All right.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you. Have a good rest of your morning.
You too.
I'll see you at 24.
You with me at 24th today?
I will.
All right. Thank you, Mr.